The lower left bolt of the stereo is by far the hardest to get out. So we're gonna get that one out of the way right off the bat. So the first thing you have to do is remove this little plate right here. Just four clips right there. So all you're doing is basically prying it out like that. And that allows us to get to this screw right here. So remove that screw. Okay, so after you have that screw out, the next thing you have to take out is this left side panel right here. And it's very easy. So once that screw is removed, it's really not attached by anything but retaining clips. So all you have to do is basically pry it out. So you don't even need any tools. You can just find a place where you can just get some leverage and kind of pull it out. Just try to do it out straight so you don't do it at angles and break something. You're gonna have all of these to remove. So just, it's easier if you do it with like a flathead. Just remove them. There you go. That's it. And you just move that out of the way. All right, next we have to remove this panel right here. This little tiny one right there. We're leaving this alone. This is the airbag. But to remove this little panel right here, we need to get to that screw. I'm gonna go to the other side and just pry it out. There we go. It just comes right out. Okay, so I'm gonna show you where that bolt is, but before I do, I wanted to show you real quick what you're gonna need to get these bolts out, all four of them. You're gonna need a 10mm socket and a couple extensions to make it about that long, and then obviously your ratcheting wrench. And I just put some tape on it just so that I wouldn't lose either of these in there accidentally. It wouldn't be the first time that that happened to me. But anyhow, I'm not gonna show you exactly how to take it out because that's common sense and it's hard to hold a camera and do it, but I'm just going to show you where it is and how accessible it is now. See right there? That's it. That's the bolt that you need. You can easily get to it now that all of those panels are removed. Let's go to the other side. Much easier than this side. So with the glove box removed, the lower right side bolt is very easy to find. So I'm just going to switch to my phone because it's hard to get my camera in here, but I'm going to show you. Just going to stick my phone in there. There it is. That's it. It's that easy. So you just get that bolt out. So it's time to remove the stereo, right? So there's two more 10mm bolts on top up here. You'll see them in a second. So when we pull the stereo out, you're gonna have to lean it against something so you can unplug all of the connectors that are plugged in behind, and there's a lot of them. So, and it's gonna basically sit down here more than likely. So you need to protect your dash or you're gonna scratch it all up. What we got to do next is remove the vents, right? So the vents are attached up here. This little part right here comes off, so it'll pull right out. And when it pulls out, we can just flip it up and sit it up here. You can use panel removal tools if you want, but if you can get behind it with your nails and kind of pull out, that works too. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. There we go. There, that's it. That exposed the two 10mm bolts up here that we need to remove to take the stereo out. You can see the two exposed 10mm bolts, 1, 2. So all you gotta do is take those out. So with all of the bolts out of the way, now we can pull the radio out. When we pull it out, I'm gonna pull it out just enough so that I can reach the stuff back there and start unplugging all of those connectors back there. If you have a screwdriver, it makes it infinitely easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. Go ahead and just kind of pull the radio out. All right, there we go. So now it's out. So now it's just a matter of pulling it out and resting it somewhere so that you can get behind all of these cables. So just to show you here, all these connectors, it's easier if you just rest it like I'm kind of resting it here. That was the purpose of that tape. If you just rest it like that, it can just sit right here, and you can even do it one-handed, at least for most of them. Just push and pop. So now you're gonna have that big one down there for the vents. So we're gonna take that one out and be done with it. Alright, that's it. That's the stereo removed. Thanks a lot for watching. If this was useful to you, support the channel by liking the video and subscribe to see my future content. Take care.